This is my Albion online beginner's guide, and I'm going to show you a few things you might not know about or are eager to learn within this game. Pretty much first we got the zones and stuff, and like this zone around Lyndhurst area is heavily wooded and stuff, and it has, certain resources particular to that area. Just like this one's more of a desert, it has more cotton, ore, and hide. And I actually started over here, and I worked my way over to Bridgewatch, the main city, and then made my way finally to Lyndhurst. This is me and Lyndhurst. Just gonna go over the Destiny board a little bit and see what I can teach you here. You start off way down here at the bottom, and you progress your way towards the middle by doing the beginning quests, inner assignments that they give you. And this Destiny board's a really interesting thing. And once you hit like Novice Adventure, you can branch off and do crafting, resource harvesting, farming, leveling up your combat skills. And while you're leveling up these different facets of this Destiny board, you want to focus into a certain thing and kind of stick with it throughout the whole entire time you play while you're starting off. After that, you can branch off and try other things, to kind of spread it up. But learning points are very important in this game. And you see here it has an empty bar, but once I get that bar to that line right there, I can actually use these learning points to fill the rest of the bar up. And you can find those learning points right up here. Yeah, so these learning points will help you move faster along, help you progress faster, and I would just use them on certain things. Maybe your combat fame, which would be this right here, what levels up the gear that you wear and the gear you're able to wear. And further from that, you want to specialize in certain gears. You always want to be wearing the same gear whenever you're killing creatures or players or whatever. And as this level goes up, so is your item power and your specialization when wearing those type of gear armaments. Like say with the swords over here, the more you use swords, the stronger you're going to get in swords. So not only does your item power go up, but whenever you level up one of these specializations, your item power with all swords goes up, and you can actually do that 4 times over and get an extra 80 item power if you max all those out. It takes a long time, but it's just something to think about now so you don't have to worry about it later. Another thing you want to know is that as you level up 1 to max level, which is 100, of these specializations, you can actually put points into other things from leveling up even past level 100, so that makes it a lot easier. So far as crafting and stuff too, you also want to focus on just crafting a few things and gathering a few things. You don't want to spread yourself so thin to where you're not getting any progress past the starting zones. And the more you craft with the certain types of gear, the better you get at crafting those. You can get outstanding, excellent and masterpiece works, which really sell good when you get in the higher tier levels. I focus mainly on bow crafting and leather crafting. I know I use swords, but I also plan on using bows later on, and bows are very easy to level up. Whenever you level up these crafting specializations, your focus cost goes down for actually crafting those, which will give you a better resource return on and a better quality of the item that you're using or crafting. So far as premium goes, premium is fairly simple. You can either use silver to buy gold to purchase premium. It takes 2,500 gold, and the market on what gold costs in silver varies depending on the day. It's usually anywhere from 6,500 to 7,200, or sorry, 650,000 to 720,000 silver. So you can take that, you can go over here, premium status, and then you can purchase 1 to 12 months of premium. The more you purchase, the cheaper it gets, but also the more resources you'll have to have available on hand to be able to purchase that. I just farm up like 3.3 million, and then I go and I buy premium as it comes along. Silver gets easier to get to as you grow stronger and do more things. In this game, there are 8 tiers of gear that you can wear, and there are 8 tiers of creatures. Like this bear I'm killing right here is a tier 5.1. They're green, 5.2s, and any other 0.2 or 0.3 are blue and purple respectively. And pretty much these resources are more valuable and they create better and higher item power level gear. One of your main ways of gaining fame in this game is gathering, and that's going to allow you to gather higher and higher level of resources. Over here we're just farming some copper ore and stuff like that. We're leveling out a different profession. Just showing you like the different climbs and what type of resources they offer. These snowy areas are really good for getting like ore and stone, and they also have a little bit of cotton too, if I'm not mistaken. Some areas actually have higher resource values, like the point 1, point 2, and point 3 tier. So you're going to want to spread out as you get a little bit more comfortable with the world and a little bit more, in tune with what's going on, and go to different areas and zones. North of this continent, they have the black zones and stuff, which are pretty cool, but they're pretty dangerous when you're starting off, so you might want to avoid them until you're higher tier. Yeah, so if you go to your map by pressing N, which is your local map, you can see what type of resources the area has. And also, too, you can go to the different zones, click on, and you can see what percentage of the point 1, point 2, and point 3 spawn rate is. So you can check out and see if that zone's worth going for to farm for whatever you're looking for. And it'll also tell you what type of materials are there as well. So there's one thing to take mind of. The area that you're in depicts what you're actually going to get out of the area. This is an aspect right here, and they have like 500 resources. They have them for all the different resources in the game, and you might want to take 1 or 2 people to kill. You definitely want to have a pork pie when you go with you. It increases your yielding by 15%, which is pretty much your gathering bonus. Over here, I'm just going to show you like what I do and living in different zones, so you can farm different resources. So once you get a little established and stuff, you've made your way to Carleon and branched out to other cities, you're going to want to go and be able to live in more than one spot, and you're going to want to have gear in more than one spot since the banks aren't linked. So one item you put in a bank somewhere will not show up in a bank somewhere else. So you're going to have multiple sets of gear if you want to use fast traveling. If you don't mind running all over the place, just have one set of gear. But my recommendation is to have more than one set in different cities. And you also want to stack up sets. You want to have like multiple sets. So if you do go into red zones or black zones, you do get killed, you're not running around trying to farm up silver or start from the beginning and not have anything in your stash. See right here, I've got, enough stuff to where if I die, I can go and I can bring back, I can just be wearing the same gear once I die and respawn in town. Aside from that, I'll show you some expeditions. These are really good whenever you're first starting out leveling. They help you get combat fame, and they definitely are an important part that I didn't learn about until I was almost tier 4, so I always thought they were like a group thing. So here we are on the expedition, we're killing some monsters and stuff, or NPCs. And they're fun, but the solo ones cap out at tier 5, and then the group ones cap out at tier 6. Now you can run tier 6 stuff until tier 7, but after that you're going to have to try to do hardcore expeditions, which are really late end content. Albion's a very grindy game, but all MMOs are, so if you love grinding, you love MMOs, it's a good game to play. It has like kind of like a combat system like with League of Legends, but it feels like an action RPG all at the same time, so it's pretty interesting, it's unique. Yeah, just killing that guy, dropped a little chest over there. Dungeons are a really good way to get combat fame and to play with other players and stuff. Just make sure you trust them if you're going to red zones or black zones, that way they don't just like lead you out there and then just like turn on you and kill you, which has happened. People are generous and they're treacherous in this game, so just always be mindful if you're in red zone to check your hostile counter. If you're in black zones, just be aware of your surroundings. Like any game, there's positioning factors, and like you'll see here, we almost get wiped whenever there's other groups pulled. And we didn't actually have a tank in this group, so it's possible to run these dungeons without tanks, but you probably want a healer. If you don't have a healer, things don't really go that well. But yeah, we were in a bad spot, and we kind of took back the field on this. So the game's interesting, and it's very versatile. I love how you don't have to make a new character. You can just use different gear. Like you'll see me in another clip where I'm just using tanking gear, actually. Tanking the dungeon. And there's various things. You see the area on the ground that's highlighted, that's just an enemy attack. So you want to avoid that whenever it's about to go off. And always just be conscious of where your group mates are, so you don't actually line of sight them. There are other activities to do too, and this is one that I like to do. It's the island. That's my little tannery right there, but I plant carrots. The carrots were always a good way to get money early on in the game. One field's worth like 10,000 silver, so it's not really that big, but you think it takes like 2 minutes to do. It's a worthwhile little journey, and it's something that's safe to do. Another thing to do is like farming mounts, and they drop from like dire wolves, stags, stuff like that. You can farm you can get their pups actually, and then raise them or sell them on the market. And I think the dire wolf pups currently go for like 300,000 to 350,000 silver. So they're a good investment. This is the area where I was farming mine in Highball Glen, which is a tier 6 area, but you can go there in tier 5 gear. This is actually where I got the direwolf pup from. Boom. I don't know if the higher tier mobs have a higher chance of dropping them, but that one did, so that was good. You can do arena PvP. It's just a little clip of me doing a 1v1 in arena. And the whole goal of arena is to capture these little rune stones, right? So if your whole team's capturing rune stones and you're killing the other team, you're gonna win. And that'll give you some tombs of insight, which give you combat fame. One thing you do want to incorporate whenever you're doing PvP is you want to, and even just solo gameplay, you want to have synergistic effects on your gear, like my D and my R. I can combine those to where if people hit me while I have them popped, it heals me, and also my attacks heal me. So there is synergism in the game, and it's a really cool aspect of games that's been very popular. It might not be as intricate as like say Path of Exile or anything like that, but it definitely helps out and gives you the edge on your competition whenever you're fighting. There are also counters to a lot of gear, so someone can purge you of your beneficial effects and stuff like that, so you have to be careful of that. Because if they know what type of gear you're wearing and you're out there in the open world, they can just go back and grab like a lower version of some gear they really don't care to lose at all, and just use that to kill you because it counters your abilities. Like I was saying with my health regen and stuff and the synergism of my gear, someone could easily grab something that purges that effect off as soon as they see me pop it when I go all red, and take the advantage in a battle. Another thing I like to do to farm silver is to do these chests and stuff when you're leveling up. It's pretty cool. You just gotta be worried about people coming and killing you. Like I was just going to inspect this guy and he started attacking me. Got a little battle going on, stuff like that. He's wearing Galatine blades, which did that AoE green thing. And then this is a vampiric leech right here that he's using. And the things were looking pretty much in his favor until I popped my retaliate and stuff like that. Then I beat him. I was gonna split the chest with him, but he didn't really, either through the language barrier or whatever, he didn't really understand what I was trying to do. So this person came along and we split the chest. And they take a while to unlock and stuff like that, so while you're fixing to open these things, other people can come in. And they can actually, you know, hit you, interrupt you, like that guy would have done probably if he were there a few seconds earlier. So me trying to give the loot to the other person that was shared, but she's a higher tier level, probably has a lot of silver and stuff like that, and really doesn't need my assistance, so she just let me have it. Which is pretty cool, yeah. You make friends in the game just like with any other game, and it's good to have more friends because then you don't have to worry about them in world PvP. Main thing in this game is always to have fun, so we're all dancing around this chest and me and my guild hanging out. Appreciate you watching, and I hope you got a little bit of help out of this or something you might be interested in. And you can check me out doing this little expedition right here. Hanging out and having fun with these guys. This guy wants some. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get the business too, huh? Oh, he might get me. Oh, no, I'm healing back. Oh shit, gotta get out of that. Gotta interrupt. You know, oh, this boss wants some. These bosses are really easy in the game, you know what I mean? They're just, I don't know. Solo expedition, that's nothing I can't handle. I'm really kind of sad at how easy these bosses are. I mean, but at the same time, if you look at them, you know, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's something I can do to farm fame solo, stuff like that. You know, this is my first time killing this boss right here, actually. But I can't wait to get the loot that he gets and the fame from killing him. Yep, he's going down pretty smooth right now. Oh, wait, what's this? What's he doing? Oh my god. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Look at this here. Let's try it again. No, yeah. You like that, don't you? Huh? Oh, you go big and red? Yep. Alright. Oh god. No, I gotta get out of here. He's gonna kill me. Right. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Oh, I got it. I got the win. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Again, I hope this video is helpful for you.